So, something that I get asked a lot is, how do you know if you're in the right relationship? How do you know you're with a good guy? How do you know you're a good girl? So on and so forth. So, I'm just going to make a fully detailed thing here. How do I know if I'm in the right relationship or not? This is one of the most common questions asked in all relationships, be it romantic, platonic, alike. There are some clear signs that things are not going well. So, here's some signs that you're in the right relationship, as I'll put it. The first thing is that no games are being played. Far too often we make our relationships harder than they need to be. The difficulty started when conversations became texting, feelings became subliminal, sex became a game, the word love fell out of context, trust faded as honesty waned, insecurities became a way of living, jealousy became a habit, being hurt started to feel natural, and running away from it all became our solution. Stop running. Face these issues, fix the problems, communicate, appreciate, forgive, and love the people in your life who deserve it. And of course, if you feel like someone is playing games with you, speak up. Secondly, everyone is on the same page. If a woman starts out all casual with a man and she doesn't tell him she wants a committed relationship, it will likely never become a committed relationship. If you give someone the impression that casual or whatever is okay with you, that's what will be assumed going forward. The bottom line is that you have to be straight from the start, or at least as soon as you know what you want. Don't beat around the bush. If someone gets scared and runs away because you were honest and set boundaries, that person wasn't right for you anyway. Number 3, and this is a big one. The line of communication is open, honest, and clear. I cannot stress this enough. You can't be afraid to have certain conversations. It's better to talk and find out the truth than keep going and get nowhere. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't expect the important people in your life to read your mind, and don't play foolish games with their heads and hearts. Don't tell them half-truths and expect them to trust you. When the full truth comes out, half-truths are no better than lies. Listen without defending. Speak without offending. Communication isn't just an important part of the relationship. It is the relationship. Relationships often fail because of trust issues, commitment issues, and above all, communication issues. So be honest, commit, and communicate always. Loving deeds consistently reinforce loving words. Nurture your important relationships so that when you tell people that you love them, you love them. It's merely a ritualistic validation of what you already show them by how you treat them on a daily basis. Do little things every day to show your loved ones you care, knowing that the person you're thinking of has you on their mind too means a lot. Truth be told, you can say sorry 1,000 times or say I love you as much as you want, but if you're not going to prove that things that you say are true, they aren't. If you can't show it, your words are not sincere. It's as simple as that. There's no such thing as a right relationship that isn't sincere at both ends. Number 5. Expectations of perfection are strictly forbidden. Another I cannot stress enough. Any relationship that's real, not superficial, will not be perfect. But if you're willing to work at it and open up, it could be everything you've ever dreamed of. Your best friends and your soulmate may be far from perfect, but they are perfect for you. Give them a chance to show you. When you stop expecting people you love to be a certain way, you can start to enjoy and appreciate them for who they are. What you need to remember is that every relationship has its problems, but what makes it perfect in the end is when you wouldn't want it to be anywhere else, even when times are tough. Number 6. Honesty, vulnerability, and presence are held sacred. This is kind of a rare one, but it's truly important if you're in an actual relationship. I'm talking like committed, loving, true-to-heart relationship. You, for sure, have a great relationship if you have this. Although it may sound risky, the strongest type of love and love that makes you is the love that makes you most vulnerable. It's about daring to reveal yourself honestly and daring to be open and fully disclose over the long term. It's about sticking by each other's side through thick and thin and truly being there in the end, in flesh and spirit, when you're needed the most. So open yourself up, be with the person you love, allow yourself to experience them authentically. Tear down any emotional brick walls you have built up around yourself and feel very exquisite emotion, both good and bad. This is real life. This is how you welcome a sincere connection with another human being. Number 7. There's a healthy blend of freedom and teamwork. Keep in mind that we can't force anyone to be with us or love us. We shouldn't beg someone to stay when they want to leave, and likewise. We should never feel trapped in a relationship. In fact, if either person feels trapped, the relationship doesn't really exist. Because that's what relationships are about, freedom. Relationships are also built on solid foundation of teamwork, and since relationships are the greatest vehicle of personal growth and happiness, the most important trip you will ever take in life is meeting someone else halfway. You achieve far more by working with them rather than working alone or against them. It really is a full circle. The strength of a relationship depends on the strength of its two members. And the strength of each member in the long run depends on the quality of the relationship. And remember, relationships are rarely 50-50 at a given instant in time. Although you should try your hardest for 50-50, but you can't always feel 100% or a full 50% of a relationship's whole life. Is simply because life is simply unpredictable. So on the days you can only give 20%, the other person must give 80%, and vice versa. It's never been about balancing steady in the middle. Healthy relationships are about two people who are willing to make adjustments for each other in real time as needed and give more when the other person can't help but give a little less. Number 8. Personal growth is embraced, celebrated, and shared. Now this is vitally important as well. It's not about finding someone to lose yourself in, it's about meeting someone to find yourself in. A mistake made by many Traverse City females. When you connect with someone special, a best friend or a lifelong partner, this person helps you find the best in yourself. In this way, neither of you actually meet the best in each other. You both grow into the best selves by spending time together and nurturing each other's growth. When you honestly think about it, what you and your closest confidants add to each other's lives, you often find that instead of giving or taking things from each other, such as advice, answers, material, gifts, etc., You have chosen rather to share in each other's joy and pain and experience life together through good times and bad, no matter what. You two are there for one another and growing and learning as one. Number 9. Outsiders are not calling the shots. This again is a big mistake made by Traverse City ignoramuses. Relationships don't always make sense, especially from the outside, so don't let outsiders run your relationship for you. If you're having a relationship issue with someone, work it out with them and no one else. You have to live your own life, live your own way. That's all there is to it. Each of us has a unique fire in our own heart for certain people. It's your duty and yours alone to decide if a relationship is right for you. You've got to stop caring so much about what everyone else wants for you and start actually living and deciding for yourself, which also means you shouldn't be boasting your relationship on Facebook, as it only exposes your relationship as being insecure and weak. Trying too hard to make others jealous of your relationship. A relationship is not a competition. Keep it to yourself. And then finally, number 10. Don't be the average, everyday Traverse City female and douchebag male. If you want a real and true-to-heart relationship, then you must not be a Traverse City or Northern Michigan female, which shares traits with a good portion of the Traverse City douchebag males as well, which in overall is described as superficial, artificial, materialistic, delusional, self-righteous, vain, self-centered, spoiled, self-entitled, overly entitled, deluded, asinine, naive, gullible, ignorant, arrogant, melodramatic, overprivileged, stupid, uneducated, unintelligent, lascivious, lackadaisical, passionless, simpleton, halfwit, imbecile, mook, twit, numb-nuts, ninny, asshat. With absolutely no morals, values, character, quality, integrity, ladylike qualities, human decency, intellect, self-control, or maturity. There is a longer list, but I'll keep it at that. This is the typical normal Traverse City, Northern Michigan, and female and male that you should never be like, as you need to be the opposite of this in order for your relationship to work out. Don't be a mouth breather like them. Be true to yourself in your relationship. Be a good person and realize that physical attributes, meaning looks and physical attraction, does not equal love. Love is a heart-to-heart, mental, emotional connection that has nothing to do with physical looks or materialistic attire. It has only to do with the heart, spirit, soul, emotional, and mental connection. Only after this connection is made will the person become beautiful and attractive, no matter what they physically look like. Unfortunately, Northern Michigan females are too fucking stupid and uneducated to understand that. So do yourself a favor and don't be a typical Traverse City female and like the douchebag males of Traverse City. You'll only do yourself good by doing that, even if you become alienated for not being an ignoramus like them. So these are the top 10 most important things to know and understand, and top 10 signs that you're in a great relationship. Thus, in the end, to make it short, just be like Gothics in a Gothic relationship.